Good morning, everyone. Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. The sun is up, the sky is blue, ... Can you finish that song? Anyway, we're going to start a new book. I talked quite a bit through the video, so I'm not going to say any more now. See you on the table. Okay, welcome to a brand new book. I'm not going to show you what the book's about because people get very weird about the contents of their books. So I'm not going to show you the title. Nope, not going to do it. So this particular book has 376 pages. So we will be able to take a lot of pages out of this book. All right, let's talk about where to take the pages out. And some of you already know this, and that is great. So what you're going to do, and I usually start off near the center of the book. And this I've already taken a page out. But there are signatures. You have to have a book that is sewn together, not glued together. Very important. Okay, the glued together pages will, the books will fall apart. The ones with the sewn signatures, yes, we can still stress them quite a bit and make them separate, but they hold together pretty gosh darn well. So when you are removing pages, they will come from that center of the signature. Now, a signature is a grouping of pages. Okay, I wish I hadn't just... Okay, that's all right. So what you're going to do is you are going to remove pages from that string area on both sides. All right. So I know I've already taken one page out. Now I'm going to call that 2 pages. I'm going to go ahead and remove 3 pages right here, right now, on this very big show. And really, you can't remove too many pages. Oh, I'm going to remove more than that, I guess. I started to remove this one. Okay. Now, when I start to glue the pages together, I do not want to glue these together like this, because what will happen is this will be very weak and it will come apart. All right. Now you're going to look for the next signature, and you may have to, this book has very large signatures, and so what you're going to have to do is you're just going to have to leaf through the pages and see where you can find the next signature where it is stitched. All right, so you see I'm going through quite a few pages. Nothing is stitched. This is still just bent over. All right, I'm just giving you an idea. It could take a minute to find the next signature, or the center of the signature, I should say. We are in a signature now. I'm just looking for the stitched area. Okay, so I had cheated really and put a paper clip there, but I wanted you to see how big that is. All right. So here's another area that is sewn together. Can you see those stitches? All right, so what I would do is remove my pages from there. Okay. You can remove the pages as you go. That is not a problem. That's what I usually do, is I just work for a little bit and then I remove some pages. Okay, so I've just taken 2 out there. Let's go ahead and take 4 out of that one. And we're already making more room in our book. Okay. All right, now I want to go back to this paper clip. All right, this paper clip I have marked where there are stitches, okay? And this is the end of the signature. In other words, this is where one section meets the next section. All right. This is what you are going to glue together. That you want the stability of putting the 2 signatures together. All right? Let me grab my Mod Podge. All these tips really help because we put a lot of time in our books. A lot of time in our books. And we want them to survive. So this is where the signature begins and ends, okay? So what I will do is I will glue where those signatures stop and start. And then I close my book. Make sure I got that. And if your pages wrinkle, you can take a brayer, you can take a gift card, a credit card, anything like that, and you can smooth that out. All right, so I have 2 pages glued together, one on either side of the signature, and I'm going to go forward on this side. Nice. And I'm going to go on the other side. So I'm going to have 4 pages glued together. And if you have made an altered book, you know we stress it. We fill it to the max, man. We put windows in it. We put boxes in it. We just do it all. Alright, so using that method, I should not have a bunch of wrinkles here. Let's see if I can show you. Well, I do have one little wrinkle. Right at the beginning there. Smooth that guy out. I guess that was the last page that we put in. Alright. Don't fiddle with it too much there. Nice. Alright, so we have, this is our threads. We have 4 pages glued together, which are holding this signature to this signature. Okay? And then we can go on to the next signature and remove pages. But we are just going to stop there. Alright, so I'm going to go on this side of that thread. Here's my thread. 4 pages out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for this book, I'm going to be putting 4 pages together. This is just the beginning of your book, okay? We will be working on a 2-page spread right in these areas that we are putting together right now. Not today. Today we're just getting our book ready. And if you have worked with the altered books and you have used the Mod Podge to glue the pages together, you know that they get very sturdy. Plus we're going to be adding underpants and techniques and things like that on top, so they get really nice and sturdy. Very good. So now I have the stitching in the center and some nice strong pages on either side. So this is now one page, and this is now one page. Although it's 4 pages glued together, we'll call it one page. And that's what we're going to be building our altered book on, are these pages. All right, let's go to the back of the book. This can be a weak area as well, where it will pull away. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some Mod Podge on this page, which is a sturdy page. And oh, did you see what book it is? I have to be careful. And then I'll put Mod Podge on this page too. Looks like this has already been a little bit mended with some mesh there. Beautiful. Aren't I sneaky? So I'm going to go to the back because when I lifted this up, feels like the next page wants to come with it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And that's just a personal call there because I don't want to pull that page up. So I'm just going to Mod Podge that one down for more stability in the book. You can figure you'll probably have 12 to 15 pages in your book by the time you get done. So you don't have to worry about taking a lot of pages out. It's better. I know it's hard to take the pages out because you think, oh no, my book's not going to have any pages left to it. But it will. It will. So we are ready to make a 2-page spread right there. Oh, that's fun. So let's count the pages in here. There's a couple of things I want to talk to you about. I haven't finished this one page yet, as you saw in the last one. So let's see how many here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, 13 pages. Okay, so that's all you need for your book is 13 pages. All right, the sun is coming up. I have finished our 2-page spread. They are pockets for future tags. Now what's a little bit different in this tutorial series for our brand new book that we have started is I'm going to take you through the backgrounds only. And you are going to go forward with your own focal points or doodling or drawing or writing. This can be an altered book journal this time if you would like. So we're just going to do it a little bit differently. So the things that I used on this 2-page pocket spread, I don't know if you can see the pockets or not. See the pockets? Lots going on, so it's kind of hard to see everything. All right, so what we did in this one is, or the supplies that we needed in this one, black gesso, black gesso, white gesso, colorful underpants, little bits and pieces of colorful underpants, stencil with some acrylic paint, a little bit of sanding block, not too much, Stabilo. We did some tearing. This is bookbinding thread and a couple of gelatos. So those are the goodies that we used here. I want to say thank you to Linda. Linda, you have such a great sense of humor. She donated some money to our village through PayPal, which I appreciate any of you that are doing that. And she said it was to help pay for the electric bill at dark o'clock. So we have light this morning. So Linda, thank you so much. I used some transfer foil. You can see the gold in the transfer foil. That was a last minute thought. Good morning. Out of bed, dark o'clock, cup of coffee, down the hatch. Let's revisit our book this morning, okay? This is our new book that we're going to start. And what my intentions are, supplies-wise, is to have some black gesso, some white gesso, my Mod Podge, my brush, and some colorful underpants. And I would like to make this book quite interactive. So these pages are glued together. Here we go. So these are the pages that we glued together yesterday. And I'm going to take 4 more pages and glue them together. I'm going to be working on 3 pages at one time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's find the center and remove some pages, shall we? Let me see if I can be a little bit more conservative and have the book close a little bit better. We shall see how that goes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm taking 2 more out just to keep it nice and healthy. So I'm removing 3 of the 2-page spreads. 3 doubles like this out of the center. And then that will leave this nice and healthy when I glue this together. I'll have 3 pages. All right. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to grab my Mod Podge. And I'm just going to glue those pages together. I have a very busy day today, so I wanted to get this started so I can come home for 5 minutes and play. I know, you guys think I just stay home all day and play, don't you? All right, glue those 4 pages together so you've got 3 pages, 1, 2, and 3 that you're going to be working with today, okay? Little change in plan. I'm going to take 4 more pages and glue them together. 1, 2, 3, that's the 4th one. All right, we'll go back over it. Show you what's going on. All right, so these pages are dry because we did these yesterday. So I have 1, 2, these pages are not dry yet, so they're kind of wiggly. 3 and 4. So 4 pages that we're going to be working on. I'm going to open it up to the center, and I'm going to paint these pages with black gesso. You know I always use the same brush. I just wash it out and use the same brush all the time. All right, black gesso, always a little scary. I know there's shadows. I apologize for the shadows, but I did want to start this morning, so there you have it. I keep being reminded that I am supposed to be reminding you that there is in the notes, PayPal me, if you would like to contribute to the village, which people are so awesome about. Linda, thank you so much. Linda has such a great sense of humor. So Linda has contributed. Thank you, Linda. And then I'm also supposed to remind you, I have a secretary now that is helping me with all of this. All right, black gesso, let it dry. But I'm supposed to remind you that I do have Amazon links in the notes. So if you want to see the products that I use or some that you should research, then visit that Amazon link in the notes. All right, I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to go hop in the shower. Hopefully this will dry and we can move on. Okay, we're almost dry. I am okay with that. I'm going to take a piece of deli paper and put it there between those pages. If I pick up a little bit of texture, I'm okay with that. So there's our center piece painted with the black gesso. I'm going to paint this page with the black gesso. So a good question would be, can you use black acrylic paint instead of the gesso? Yes, you can. The reason I like the gesso is because it has a flat, chalky feel to it. And of course I'm going to be bringing some, and I'm going over the edges. I'm okay with that. I don't care if the other pages get some color, some black gesso on them. I like it when my pages are messy. Anyway, I like the flat, chalky feel of the gesso, and it sands better for me with the sanding block than the black acrylic. Sometimes the black acrylic will pull up a little bit more than even I like for it to. What? All right, I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to do the same thing to the last page. Oh, and just as a reminder, it's May 1st. You that are doing the No Spend April, have a blast today. All right, so this page is painted black with gesso. The center pieces are painted black with gesso. Just gonna protect what we've done. I know that's very weird. But we're doing it. This is our last page. I'm going to paint that black. And then I think I have to go and start my day around here. Bummer. Must be time to sign off. The tummy has growled. All missions are complete. Okay, I'm going to leave that open like that. Let that dry. And we'll see you this afternoon, okay? Well, I did not get back to my table yesterday. Very full day yesterday. Spent some time with the grandbabies last night, so just did not get back to this. So we're going to get back to this morning. All right. Obviously, our gesso is quite dry. Now I'm going to bring some of that, bring some of those colorful underpants in. I'm going to be covering these halfway with the page, but I still want to play. So, Mod Podge down. Just going to put some fun underpants on there. Nice and colorful. Who doesn't like colorful underpants? And these are just pages that I've ripped out of an art magazine just for the color. Not looking for any of the images at all. And I like these pieces torn because I like that more ragged edge than that crisp cut. But that is just me. I'm just going to go to the other page and do the same thing. So I have this page, 2 blank ones in the middle, and this page, and I'll put some colorful underpants on that page. Okay, I have some colorful underpants on that black gessoed page and some on this, and I'm going to let that dry. We do have some dry time involved in these 2 pages, but just have to deal with it. A little bit of dry time. Okay, they're virtually dry, a little milky there. I'm okay with that. Just going to put these pages down and do the same thing. Put down some Mod Podge. I think I'm upside down here. Yeah. Turn this guy back over. And add some colorful pants, colorful underpants to these 2 pages. All right. Let's do it. All right, underpants on here. Then I open this up and it's like, certainly could use some more color up in some of these spots, huh? Not that one though. Maybe this one. Okay, underpants, underpants, underpants. That looks pretty good. All right, now a little dry time again. Blah. All right, let's just do a little recap. So we're working on 4 different pages. Okay, building up some texture in here. I'm okay with that. We're going to go to the, so you've got 4 pages, black gesso, colorful underpants. Now I'm going to grab my white gesso and a magazine page. All right, this is just a real cheap magazine page. There's nothing to it really. And I'm going to put some white gesso on top of our beautiful colored underpants. You villagers are doing a great job with your layering. I know that it's like, why did we bother to put that down? We're covering it up. But once you get used to the layers, then you get used to feeling that energy. Your pieces are not flat. They have a lot of character. And so we cover some of it up and then we expose some of it. Welcome to my world. All right, so I have gesso on those center pages. You can already see some of those yummy layers coming through. All right, now I'm going to lay this down. My intention is to lay it down firmly and then pull some of that gesso back up so we can see some of the layers underneath. We'll see what happens, huh? Oh yeah, look at there. Gorgeous. All right, set that aside because we'll use that for something else. And dry time. All right, these two gesso pages are just about dry, not down the center, which I know is going to create some texture, but I'm okay with that. I welcome the texture. So I'll put that deli sheet there. I'm going to grab another page out of this cheap, it's a Costco magazine, and oh my goodness. Pages are pretty flimsy. All right. Put some gesso on this page. Already done my yoga this morning. Handsome hubby goes to work pretty early. So we do a half hour of yoga before he goes. Put this page down firmly. Little tummy growling going on. There we go. Let this dry. So the gesso was a little thick here, so I just went back in and lifted that up so I can see some of that yummy color underneath. Now I'm going to let it dry. All right, this page is dry. This page is dry. Let's go to the last one. So what is a little bit different about these tutorials on the altered book is I am going to take you through the background techniques. I am not going to be putting focal points on these. That is up to you guys. You know how to do that. And so I'm going to ask you to use your own imagination on your focal points, and I'm just going to take you through some techniques. Some of you might want to draw in your journals. Some of you might want to write in your altered book journals. So we are not going to be putting focal points on together. So that is really different for us. But my little fledglings, it's time for you to fly. All right, gesso down, magazine page down, firmly. Beautiful. All right, let her dry. All right, I've got the 4 pages all dry. I'm going to resist the temptation to sand because we all know I love to do that. I'm going to grab some gelatos. I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet. I guess this is digging into my box of gelatos. Ta-da! Picking out some fun colors that I want to play with. I'll start off with All right, we'll start off with this one. And I'm just going to go around some of the fun underpants, give it some color. This is just a random playtime. Just add some color. If you haven't played with the gelatos, they're very fun. I will have them on my Amazon link so that you can get some and play with them if you choose. Just play, smudge. Very organic. I'm going to stay with this color through all 4 pages, and then I will add the next color. Oh my gosh, aren't they gorgeous already? You have gorgeous pages already. Nice. So I'm letting the colors of the underpants kind of dictate what's going to happen. So turquoise here, turquoise in here, turquoise up in there, turquoise here. So it's my palette. Alright, I'm going to do the 2 back pages and then we'll come back with our second color. Alright, I have the blue down on all 4 pages. Now I'm going to grab going for the pink. Kind of a bold pink, but we're going for it. Alright, these are the inside pages. So I'm going to go to the outer pages now and do the same thing. Oh my goodness, those pages are talking to me now. Beautiful. Alright, so we have the blue in the background and we have the pink. Now let's just kind of listen to the page there for a moment. See what color it wants next. Alright, what I want to really pick up is some of this yellow. It's kind of a yellow-orange kind of a thing going on. So I have this yellow, which I think is too greeny yellow. And I have this orange, which is more in what I'm looking for. I have this yellow. Let's see, do I have anything else? I think that's the same yellow. Let's try try this. Yep, I think that's what's going to work for me. Oh yeah. So I chose, it's a tangerine, I think. Something like that. They're not very good about putting the names on them. Oh, or I should say I'm not very good at seeing the names on them. That's probably more the truth. Oh. So I'm going away for a couple of days with a friend, and I like to have meals made for handsome hubby while I'm gone. So that timer that you're here is the chicken breasts, the stuffed chicken breasts that are now done. So I will leave him a little herb quinoa and some stuffed chicken breasts and some steamed broccoli for the couple of dinners that I will not be here for. All right, I'm going to do the other 2 pages. All right, here are the 4 pages, which are absolutely gorgeous, I think. And now I'm going to bring in a stencil and some paints. This is like a honeycomb stencil. I don't know where I got this. I did find a couple of the stencils that I use on Amazon. So I put those in the Amazon links. Maybe you want some of those. I don't know. So I'm just going to go in here with my gift card and bring some paint through that stencil. Very randomly, very organically, very messily. Good. Bring some of that turquoise back through, huh? And I want it kind of blobby. I don't want it real perfect like a stencil. And we are getting that effect. Hold still there, Lori Marie. I'm going to dry this. Oh, I love it. So I've dried this with the heat gun, and then I'm just going to go back in and lift some of the stuff that's not dry with a paper towel. Yippee! Oh, am I wiggling the camera? Probably. Alright, so I'm going to put a piece of deli sheet there. And then, do we have some paint on there? Not very much. Alright, same thing, just kind of bloppy. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Let's take this and put this here. Well, that's fun. Okay, try that. A little bit more. All right, that's relatively dry. Go back in and lift out some of that. Very, very fun. Very fun. And we'll do that to the last page. And then see what we have up our sleeves. Love it. So I put the paint down and I got all excited and closed the page. So we've got some nice texture. we'll call it texture. There. Kind of lost our stencil appearance, but I'm okay with that. It's all right. We're good. We've got a lot going on here that's perfect, so this is not an issue. All right, so now let's go back to this. The dark is coming through nice. I have to have my sanding block. Sorry, I'm going to come in with my sanding block. All right, you ready for a little deconstruction here? So I want to create some pockets. I'm not quite sure. Well, hold your breath, because here we go. Can I rip this down? I want it ripped rather than cut, but we shall see how that goes. Here we go. And then I'm doing this on this side so that I can keep the white on this side and have the colorfulness on the other side. Oh yeah. I want it a little deeper than that though. Maybe one more ruler size. About right there. Okay. There we go. We'll leave that. That's kind of fun. That little ragged edge. That's fun. Let's take you out of there. All right, we're going to do that the same. Ha! The intention is to do it about the same on the other side. These pieces that are being ripped off will be great for a tag or another background. Love it. Love the organic feel. Those are our pockets. All right, now I'm going to take my crocodile. If you don't know how to use this, there is a tutorial on that. And I'm going to put it at the small hole punch right there. And I'm going to punch holes around this pocket. And you know how that makes the table shake. But we'll do one together. All right, see the small hole there? I'm just going to put holes down this side, along the bottom, and up the side. We'll be back. All right, I have random holes down the sides, across the bottom, fun little gibbles to put in a bottle at some point. I have some purple, which is very fun, purple binding thread for when we use our Coptic stitch. And let's see, how much are we going to use of this? About 5 feet of this. We'll see how far that goes. And I'm going to use a large needle. And I'm just going to tie it in that first hole. Workspace getting smaller and smaller. I don't mind if this hangs out a little bit. I like junk hanging off my books. Could even put a little charm dangle of some sort on there. Alright, and now I'm just going to sew that page. Just in a loop around. Can I do this? I want it crisscross. There we go. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to tie that off at the top. So that was about 5 feet. Just about right. Just about right. A little bit of excess, but not too bad. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Oh, this is fun. We're bringing out all the stuff today. Got a botchy stitch here. Oh well. Nobody's going to notice that unless you say, I have a botchy stitch here. And I'm not going to tell anybody else, so we are just fine. Maybe we'll hang a charm off that. Make it look like that's what we wanted to happen there. There we go. All right, we are all stitched together with some beautiful purple book twine. And now you know it is Stabilo time. So I'm just going to go along the edge of that pocket, which is all nice and raggedy. And the top edge. And the center down. This is beautiful. And this is all ready for tags. We have to do one more thing though. One more thing. We're going to grab that transfer foil. Transfer foil, a little spray adhesive. Let's do it. What a fun page. Glorious. I love this center all squishy. Yes, I do. And these pieces can be used for tags. There's more. Or fun backgrounds, or sewn onto a piece. Let me grab the transfer foil. I'm going to use some tacky spray and some transfer foil. All right, what's important to remember about the transfer foil is it goes shiny side up. All right, make sure you do this in a very well ventilated area, like my closed-in studio. And we shall see before I say anything. Yes, I just want a smattering of the gold. I don't want a whole lot. A little more than that though, please. There we go. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just a little bit of shiny. Delicious. Oh, look at that. Now we must go back to this side and add a little more, right? There. Shiny side up on the foil. All right, that is your background technique #1 in our new book. So go create, go play, go have fun. I did. Can you see the? Oh yeah.